This video is an answer to Ariel. He writes, well, Ariel, in this channel, we only provide information. We are not involved with the process of obtaining visas, university or Portuguese school admissions, or other processes that might give you access to Brazil. We believe that the little information we provide here can help you to take decisions and also to avoid making some simple mistakes. But in case your sister-in-law decides to come to Brazil to practice medicine, to study Portuguese, it's all possible. So if you are coming to Brazil as a professional, you won't share the privileges of a PEC-G, PEC-PG or GCAP program. But it's all possible. If she comes here, there are government institutions where she can enroll and study Portuguese. But the process, it's not concrete. It's not something that I can say, okay, this is the system that she can follow to come to Brazil, okay? So in case of doubts of how to come to Brazil, you can contact your embassy, see how you can treat that. So as a foreigner, you can work as a doctor here in Brazil. How do you do that? You typically need to validate your medical degree through a process called Revalidação de Diploma, that is degree certificate validation. This process involves submitting your academic credentials to the Brazilian Ministry of Education and passing an examination called Revalida. The exams is composed of two stages, that is the theoretical and practical stages. The theoretical stage, which is objective and essay exams, is formulated in an interdisciplinary manner comprising of 5 major fields of medicine, that is the internal medicine, surgery, gynecology, obstetrics, pediatrics, and family and community medicine, that's the public health. Participating in the second stage, that is the practical, depends on the approval of the first stage. Additionally, you may need to be proficient in Portuguese and meet other requirements set by the Federal Council of Medicine, Conselho Federal de Medicina. It's a rigorous process, but once you complete it, you can practice medicine in Brazil. To participate in the validation process, you must be Brazilian or a foreigner in legal residence status in Brazil. You must send images of the front and back of your degree certificate as requested by the registration system. You must have the registration of the Cadastro de Pessoas Físicas issued by the Brazilian Federal Revenue. You must have a medical degree certificate issued by a foreign higher institution recognized in the country of origin by the Ministry of Education or equivalent authority, authenticated by the Brazilian Consular Authority, or by the Hague Apostille process, regulated by the Hague Apostille Convention, an international treaty promulgated by Brazil through Decree number 8660. The evaluation process is subdivided into 2 eliminatory stages, applied at different periods: written exams and clinical skills exam. The exam is based on demonstrating the knowledge, skills, and competencies necessary for the practice of medicine. Passing both stages demonstrates a technical competence of the graduated physician for professional practice. Revalidating a degree certificate in Brazil typically involves contacting the Brazilian Ministry of Education or a university recognized by the MEC. They usually require various documents such as your original degree certificate, transcripts, and possibly an authenticated translation of your documents into Portuguese. It's advisable to directly inquire with the Brazilian Ministry of Education or the specific universities where you intend to revalidate your degree certificate for the most accurate information and requirements. Here are some universities in Brazil where you can revalidate a degree certificate: Universidade de São Paulo, Universidade Estadual de Campinas, Universidade Federal de Rio de Janeiro, Universidade Federal de Minas Gerais, Universidade Federal do Rio Grande do Sul. The cost to revalidate a foreign medical degree in Brazil can vary depending on factors such as the institutions where you're seeking validation and the requirement for your degree. Generally, it involves fees for documentation, exams, and administrative processes. The registration fee for the 2024 edition was 410 reais. The tests were carried out in the following states of the Federation: Acre, Bahia, Distrito Federal, Mato Grosso do Sul, Minas Gerais, Paraná, Pernambuco, Rio Grande do Sul, Rondônia, and São Paulo.